Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You already know who it is. It is Professor Anime, and welcome back to, yet again, another review of Boruto, Naruto, The Next Generation. This is episode 10 we are going to be discussing in today's review, and pretty much to summarize this entirety of the episode, when it comes down to it, one simple word can describe this, and that is boring. This episode was quite boring. Boring would be the word. Now, don't get me wrong, there is quite a little bit of information that we got in this episode of Boruto regarding around the whole investigation that is partaking in the village as of right now, but as far as the majority of the episode goes, there really wasn't anything new here that we have seen before, because really the entirety of this episode was just focusing on Boruto, obviously with his squad, Mitsuki and Shikadai, trying to figure out, more about the investigation. However, it ultimately leads them to no leads because the adults are pretty much cock-blocking them when it comes to that. And it was pretty much just a slice of life sort of day for them, learning on how to actually take, sort of human services when it comes down to, the village. They're helping out individuals, kind of like how we used to see Boruto, Sakura, and Sasuke do back in part 1 of Naruto. And this is really where, their missions start, so to speak. I mean, obviously they're not getting into anything huge as of right now, but we gotta keep in mind that Boruto and the rest of the gang, I don't know, they're probably like, what, 12 years old as of right now? I have no idea their actual age as of right now, but, back going to part 1, Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura, would always, help go on missions around the village, just helping civilians in general before they would actually be set out on their first mission led by Kakashi. So this is ultimately what we can expect. We see that Shikadai, Mitsuki, and Boruto are, put up into teams as well as the other students, and they each take on a human service revolving around the village, okay? And depending on how well they do, they will be graded upon it. So this is technically where their sort of progress as ninja begins, in a way. They know the jutsus, they know how to defend themselves, they have combat experience, but at the same time, they need to actually go on missions. However, it's nothing like they, expected when it comes down to an actual mission. But yeah, that was pretty much, the majority of what was going down in the episode, as well as Boruto and the group actually being cock-blocked by the adults, from learning anything further in the investigation. And rightfully so, because these kids are kids after all. The adults don't want them to get hurt, but at the same time, it's just like, when it comes down to this series so far, it's just been really, really chill. And I like that. I like that it's being chill. I'm not one of those people who is like in every shonen who is like, yo, we gotta see the fights. Come on, let's see the fights. That's, all the story depends upon, it's just the fights. It's a good anime if you have a good fight scene. No, that's not how you go. That's not how you go about it. You need to world build the characters and stuff right now. Sure, Boruto or Naruto don't really do it that well, but it still makes the story a little bit interesting. However, I guess when it comes down to these past 10 episodes, we've kind of already got the main point. We just kind of we want to see what happens when it comes down to the villain. We want to see him or her be revealed. So, when it comes to, how exactly the investigation is going about, there are still many questions that many of the adults have, and obviously the viewer has as well, and it looks like by the end of this episode, apparently, the student council president of Boruto's classroom, the girl with the pigtails, the purple hair, I believe she was actually in a very dire situation. It looked like she was on the brink of death, but in the preview you actually see that I think she wakes up in the hospital, so she is alright. But it has gone to the point into which this investigation, the stuff is intensifying so far. We seem to be getting very, very close regarding, what is going on in the village, but at the same time, it's being really slow at it. We've already gotten at least 10 episodes in of Boruto, and we still haven't reached the point into actually finding out who the villain is. But we do pick up on a few things, and that is one, that the person who is doing this is not aiming to kill people, but to gather chakra. For what reason? We don't really know. 2, Hashirama's cell. Okay, Hashirama's cell was actually used in the process of this, event that is partaking. Hashirama's cell actually plays a role into this. So, who would have Hashirama's cell? Well, Sai actually discovers this, and it was kind of nice to see Sai again, even though I didn't really like Sai as a character back, in Naruto Shippuden. Personally, I didn't like him, but, I mean, it was kind of cool seeing him as well, and, we also got to see Danzo also, so that was also cool. And regarding the Hashirama cell, apparently the DNA research was founded upon Danzo, and after Danzo's death, that is when the research facility technically broke apart. So, from what we can gather is that, obviously, this person has very vast knowledge regarding the Hashirama cell, and has been researching this, been looking at the whole genetics revolving around Hashirama Senju, because apparently this person can use wood-style jutsu. So, it kind of brings up the question, who would this be? It can either be Danzo, or excuse me, not Danzo, Danzo's subordinates, one of them. It could be Orochimaru, because there has been connections to Orochimaru and Mitsuki that have been kind of hinted at, that Orochimaru is in fact, involved within this act that is going down in the village as of right now. Or for all we know, it could be Yamato. But I mean, as far as that, when it comes down to the investigation, that is all the leads we have as of right now. There are still, more questions that we have, and we've only received few answers. So hopefully we actually start to increase the, tension and speed of when it comes to the reveal of the villain very, very soon, because, I mean, again, it's already been 10 episodes of Boruto. I think we should, wrap this arc up quite quick when it comes to revealing the character, so we can actually see something happen. I want to see this series get interesting. It's mainly been slice of life Naruto. That's mainly what it's been, and I don't have a particular problem with that, because I enjoy the show to a certain extent, but it's certainly being very slow at delivering what it's building up to. Also, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I think the transition later down the line when it comes to this series is going to be quite hard for some people when it comes to Boruto's squad. Because mainly we've been seeing Boruto, Mitsuki, and Shikadai actually involved in a squad working together for the majority of, the series so far from what we have got. And judging by the opening and later down the line, if you have read, the manga and stuff like that, you know for a fact that it's going to be Boruto, Mitsuki, and Sanada that will end up becoming a team. So honestly, I'm really liking the team that we have now. Shikadai, Mitsuki, and Boruto, I'm liking that team. I personally really enjoy the interaction between Shikadai. Shikadai is a pretty fun character to me, at least in my personal opinion. And it's going to be kind of weird to see the transition, to switch on over to Sanada, Boruto, and Mitsuki. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see, how they execute that later down the line, because we do know that they're gonna be split up into different teams. But, I mean, personally, when it comes down to the squad we already have, I'm really digging it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the overall episode. There wasn't really too much to go off of here. We only learned a little bit, and the rest was pretty much just Boruto doing some human services, as well as the other characters. So, nothing too much to go in this about in this episode, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you think you have spotted anything else that I should have stated, is there anything else that I should have mentioned? Just, let me know in the comments down below, as well as let me know your future predictions. Who do you think the person who is trying to possess these people and taking their chakra is doing? Like, why do you think that person is doing that? Okay, because obviously he or she is not trying to kill the individual, but to take their chakra. So that's the biggest question we have right there. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And also, if you want a stick update to my future content, hit that red subscribe button down below, and you'll never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, everyone. Thank you all for watching. I will catch you all in the next one.